Today I'm diving into the murky waters of perfectionism, that ever-present shadow that looms over us all, always quick to criticise, but never really offering a helping hand. You might be an artist like me, attempting to translate your very soul onto canvas, in my case with abstract landscapes and portraits. Or maybe you're trying to create the perfect sculpture or career, or even, a sourdough starter. Either way, I think it's time for a fresh perspective to free ourselves from the trap of expectations and ideal outcomes that we seem to have stepped into. In my career as an artist, I've honestly amassed a collection of paintings that, well, to put it kindly, are better suited for the bonfire. Roll on 5th of November. They didn't sell, they're riddled with flaws. If they were ever embodiments of my vision, it was clearly having an off day. They're failures. But let's play devil's advocate for a moment. What if these aren't like blunders, but rather important footnotes in the grand narrative of my personal development? Perhaps these creative mishaps are less about crafting masterpieces for gallery walls and more about navigating a path that's all about discovering my true self, sprinkled with a healthy dose of laughter when I look back at these paintings and can't quite believe I actually ever shared them on Instagram. The same is true of everything I've done as I've attempted to grow my art business on social media. I think any endeavour on social media is a bit akin to teaching a cat how to play fetch. It's possible, but expect to be met with bewilderment, disdain, and slow, unpredictable progress at every turn. But every mistake made in the name of growth and building a following, every Instagram post that has flopped, I think has secretly been a lesson for patience, resilience, and understanding the multifaceted concept of value and discovering it is not always in the number of likes. But this pursuit of perfection and failing to achieve it isn't restricted to life with the canvas. It seeps into every crack of our lives, I think. For me, it shows up as a bit of a track record of not keeping in touch with my family as I should, despite my best intentions, because of my magical ability to become so engrossed in my work that nothing else comes on my radar. It definitely developed complete amnesia too regarding the existence of the gym, basically the existence of everything outside my studio. And I know that's not right. That's not a well-balanced, perfect life, far from it. And let's not talk about my diet. I think it's less healthy now than when I was in university living on toast and pot noodles. So the way I live my life, when I'm so engrossed in my art, is far from ideal, far from perfect, and I am far from perfect. But despite these less than ideal qualities, my journey continues. I keep moving forward, reflecting, adjusting, or at least trying to, embracing each learning and growth opportunity and navigating challenges with persistence. Going back to art, probably a big reason, or a big part of the reason why I lose myself so utterly in my art when creating and going well past the point where it's helpful, is that I think perfectionism is a bit of a siren song, luring us onto the rocks of just one more tweak and, it's not quite right yet. It's a paralysing force, really, breeding a fear of failure so strong it can stop us from just letting a painting rest a moment, just be, giving it time to settle, and it can let us know later what else it might need. Ultimately, this can all exhaust us so much that we no longer have the energy to even start, because we know we will never attain what we want, or we might destroy what we love in the process. But the truth is, perfection is a myth. It's unattainable. Chasing a mirage-like perfection is the best way to miss the beautiful forest for the trees or the hidden masterpiece for the brushstrokes. So how do we escape all this? The key, I think, is to hold on to our imperfections tightly and see every slip-up and faceplant as a crucial part of our journey. Every misjudged brushstroke and every marketing mishap, they're not detours. They're just taking us the scenic route. I think we need to shift our gaze from the glittering prize we hope to get at the end of whatever we're making now, and whatever that prize looks like to you, We need to shift our gaze and look instead at the glorious mess we're making right here and now, and toast to that, to the small victories, the hard-learned lessons, and all of the incremental growth, because there is growth. We grow with every painting, every mistake, every failure that isn't really a failure. Art, like life, isn't about the finish line. It's about the adventure, the mishaps, and unexpected turns that make for the very best stories. So instead of treating our setbacks as foes in our tail then, let's roll out the red carpet for them. Let's welcome them in, get to know them, understand why they show up when they do, and use that knowledge to walk ahead with greater confidence. Failure can actually be a wise instructor, uncovering truths that successes and big wins sometimes overlook. So it's time, I think, to treat ourselves with the kindness we'd extend to a friend who's had a bit too much to drink and is attempting karaoke. Recognise that you're doing your best with the tools you have. Be kind to ourselves, because this fosters resilience and gets us through the, oh, I can't believe I just did that moments. And, share your tales of woe with others. Connect with people who understand the weight of perfectionism and the liberation of throwing it off. These connections can really offer support, laughter, and the occasional reality check that we all need. So I think I'm saying today, to all the perfectionists out there beating themselves up over every little misstep, it's time to let that stuff go. Your worth isn't tied to your ability to avoid mistakes. Not at all. Let's embrace our beautifully imperfect journeys together, and let's see where they take us. Thank you for listening.